And the next case scenario, use case scenario, we'll have a brief overview on healthcare. And when we look on healthcare, right, and being the current COVID pandemic, we could understand how technology plays a very important role, a predominant role related for analyzing healthcare. Particularly, data analytics plays a vital role in understanding and managing the COVID pandemic that has been occurred, and all the countries around the globe are pushing up with a lot of analytics that is been related to this COVID pandemic. So big data has a very huge potential for the domain of healthcare, particularly in managing health epidemics and health pandemics. And now at this point of time, we are very clear that what is an epidemic and what is an pandemic. So epidemic is something which has take place, which get affected in a very limited space or area, whereas pandemic is something which happens around globally, which has a lot of threat. Now when coming into this healthcare, right, so what is the potential of big data and managing healthcare epidemics? So we'll first understand the scenarios that has happened with respect to healthcare in India. So normally even we have been affected in, see, the known cases to phrase. So the best epidemic that outburst that we took place or we were more afraid is because of this dengue fever. So dengue, it threatened as initial stages when it has outbursted in various location. And again there was another thing is Nipah virus, which again was very serious threat only to a particular location, not to other location. Swine flu, again all these flus were, again it was prevalent. And we in order to manage that, the most lagging thing that was found is was with respect to something called as data. So much of measures to understand or to tackle or analyze the data similar to COVID pandemic was not available with respect to the other things which has been put forth. Say let it be any flus or any swine flu or dengue or something, again which was something threatening to human lives. So now when we want to study about any health epidemic or a pandemic, since we are into a pandemic in the current scenario, so when we want to do analyze with pandemic and epidemic, healthcare is one important sector which where big data plays an important role. So normally when we want to understand the epidemics, let us take within dengue flu. The one thing what where technology played an important role it is, so whenever we are being affected with the flu, the structured data what has does not have so much of information, because the structured data in hospital industries or in a hospital, it happens only when the person visit to the hospital as an inpatient or as an outpatient to have his test. But whereas to understand the prevalent spread of this pandemic or epidemic, unstructured data plays an pivotal role or a predominant role, particularly the data that is being shared in social media or the data that is being done searches in the search engines gives a lot of clue about the the preventive team to control the epidemics, right? So one such thing happened in Pakistan. There is a use case scenario where the mobile text or the Google search, helped to identify the affected areas of this flu infections based on the Google searches that happened in a specific location. So more searches normally happens in a Google search. So most of the people when affected with flu nowadays, we do try to surf in Google engine or any search engine and try to find out what has been happening, what is the remedial measures people are being putting up, what is the other kind of treatments that has been available around the globe. All these things we do as such. So likewise Google has found out the searches, extract their location tagging, say your location tagging, your latitude and longitude, geotag, and pass that information to the authorities or to the governance in order to do a preventive care before the spread of disease is being moved to the next. So this is how technology plays a very important role. Now, when we look up data, even with respect to this COVID pandemic, when we look into analytics, we have lot of things to be shared, or a lot of things has to be put into it. So now, because of this COVID pandemic, the data, most of the data comes from unstructured data sources again, and some from structured data sources. So COVID pandemic, it is the spread of COVID pandemic is movement to people from one specific location to other location. So the travel history of patients are being tracked using the mobile points with the geotag locations, and the travel in data that is being put up in structured data that is being put up in so many reservation systems or transportation system. So since COVID pandemic, it has been spread from through traveling from one geographical area to other geographical area. The travelers data is being taken and given more importance by most of the people to find out people who are affected with a specific COVID, and then in order to quarantine them or in order to follow up them, these information has been put up. And again, the unstructured data that has been put up in social media and about all these things plays an important role in COVID and data analytics. So whenever we want to do something with healthcare, so data sources that has to be identified, it comes from electronic healthcare records of the patient. Since we do not have want to say an accurate electronic healthcare system, as we are slowly moving into digitization space, say a year back later of then after 5 years, later on 5 years, say in 2025 or in say 2030 or before ending in 2030, our government would having the electronic healthcare record of every individuals to notify the health conditions of every citizen. So EHR records plays again a very important information which gives all the information to your patient history about the patient, where electronic healthcare records that has been deposited heterogeneously in different hospitals. This is one data that has to be taken into consideration for managing the epidemic or pandemic. And second, and another sector which comes into action, it is your insurance claims. Again, anything happens for anything, any health issues that is being reflected, the cost care is being taken care by the insurance companies. Again, even with respect to COVID, again, insurance companies which patients have the insurance claim, those data is again very important to give our treatment or come out with something. So your medical insurance claim, which is being closely related, again has to brought into integration to again to come out with a different kind of insight. So cost optimization of patient, or to provide some free equipments or something, some other thing with respect to two domains. One is for customer, the patient, another one it is for the hospitals which do the services. And third one, it is about what is the data that is means spread falsely in social media, the virality of the data and the validity of the data, right? So about your infection that happens in COVID, which may be very long back, but still there are false information that has been spreading in WhatsApp saying about the other things. Again, identifying those kind of falsified information, identifying the validity of the data, identifying the virality of the data, and understanding the value component about this data again is very important. So we could not ignore the social media data that is being generated in social media platforms, your Facebooks, your tweets, and your WhatsApp chats, or any other blog searches. Normally what we do, again this has to be taken into consideration. So data from your enterprise system, from entry level to exit level, which gives you about your patient history, because in the current COVID pandemic, more patients who are risk or where the mortality will be of higher risk is for the patient who suffer from other alignments such as blood pressure or diabetes or anything else. So in that scenario, then the healthcare record, it becomes very, very important again before giving a treatment, or to find out the patient what kind of treatment has to be given. So the electronic healthcare record plays a very important role along with your medical insurance policies and other social media data. Again, this is one wing of the thing what has been happening. Again, when we look about health epidemics, as far as COVID-19 is considered, finding out the drug is again a very most important thing and a challenging task because of the mutation effect of the virus that it has. Again, so many researchers researches has been happening with respect to discovery of drugs. So much of data is being pulled out from, pushed out from researchers from various research lab about the viral infections, the behavior of the particular virus, and the other data that's been related with your sequencing informations about the structure of that particular virus and your drug design, the pharmaceutical companies. Again, this is again another lane where all these data has to be brought in, because when we say about a healthcare is going to be a very large domain which incorporates heterogeneous data from multiple domain sources in multiple formats with variety of information. So all big data characteristics actually fit in for this healthcare domain. So then again, what kind of engineering we can do with that respect is, who are the target users, right? Which COVID has been affected, which kind of users? They are younger generations or older generation. Even in recently in Tamil Nadu, we have found out that there is an analytics that, see, the mortality rate is very low in Tamil Nadu because the COVID has been affected with younger generation people who are able to have their higher immune system and to get back ready easily compared to other places, right? So the places where who are affected are the age group above 60 with different alignments, where the mortality rate is very higher. Again, these kind of information will be very important for the governance to find out, take care of right preventive care, right treatment, and all those things. Again, where big data analytics plays a very important role. And causes and effects with respect to location, environments, which environment has been fastly spread, to geotag the locations, to make the movement of people from one location to other location. This is all happening in our day-to-day life. But when data analytics or when big data, when it has been equipped and integrated with all these kind of information, then it will be really to walk through the points, exactly pinpoint what is being required, where it is being required, and this is what big data analytics can be done. And when we look on for the recent COVID pandemic in China has used big data analytics. So they moved into the next level of technological revolution, where they've identified facial recognition or the facial gestures of people walking down on the roads to find out the persons who do not wear a mask, and then to give them an alarm or warning to the regulators such as your police officials or your health personnel who will be dealing with this. So facial recognition, again, when we talk about it, it is not so easy to identify a face and find out whether the person has worn a mask or not. It is very difficult. It requires large pool of data, again a camera capturing multiple data from a multiple source. So again, breaking it into, segmenting into different phases, and then finding out, you need a very big data platform. This is what China has done. And they have used travel information to find out chain, to quarantine the people, their associates, where they have known, where the mobile data has been used. Again, we could find out that the person who attended a wedding, how many of them they correlated, what was his travel history. All these things are verified using our mobile travel pattern history, or the mobiles automatically record these location history when we move from one places to other, which is very crucial in prevention of an epidemic like COVID. So healthcare epidemic as a total, it combines with so many other systems. So what type of analytics hardware infrastructure we need? Again, when we try to assemble large volume of data, it results with so many other issues, such as it has the limitation of storage, it has limitation on processing, it has limitation on scalability, it has limitation on streaming data that has been pulled out from your social media data, even the structured data which has to be augmented from different stores such as insurance sector, from the hospitals and the environment, and other more data which has to be accumulated, is again very much voluminous and quite very large. So which is very much more, and genomic information with pharma, all these things are very, very, very important, which needs a big data platform. And big data platform is Hadoop is important or something, we need a big data platform. It may be a Hadoop platform or it may be a Spark platform. So we need some ecosystem which can be integrated, visualize the data in form of graphs. So where Neo4j graph databases comes into action for this healthcare pandemics. So when I choose a state, then it has to just give me all my districts. When I choose a district, then it has to give me all my areas. This kind of visualization, it will be more possible in a graph-based databases. And recording all the patient histories, we need a document store like databases, because most of the information we do not know whether it is concrete or it has been available. Since we do not capture information, we take information, convert that into a representation format, where actually the challenge lies. So all these things where big data platforms play a predominant role. So we need a platform, and we need big data as a technology also to apply so many techniques to understand what has been available in the data, to understand about the customer, 360-degree view of the customer, whether it's okay, what is the status, what is the alignment, and understand his risk part, right? Your security part or risk part of the customer. That is again operational analysis, data warehouse, all these use cases actually fit into this healthcare epidemics. So whenever we try to form a big data analytics use case scenario, the things that has to be ruled down, it is the data sources, type of data sources, type of data characteristics that comes in, then what type of use cases that can be built upon one by one. Once we are completed with that, then we can find out, talk on the technicality part of what platform we need, what technologies has to be brought in, then what techniques and algorithm analytics has to be performed. And this is where big data act as a tool, as a technology, and as a platform. So we have seen 3 different use cases where the technology or your data sources vary from one out to other. So segmenting what has to be integrated, it is again in the hands of the data scientist. So that is why we called it as a data scientist, as an open-end researcher. He has a very open-ended mind of analyzing problems in a 360-degree view and looking up with all informations. And when we look into the challenges, right? Big data challenges, privacy protection, right? It collects data from integration sources. What is your security intelligence that can be brought in? Integration with enterprise landscape. Again, that is an issue, since all the data stored in RDBMS, it does not support the bulk loading. Limited number of analytics has been available for machine learning algorithms. Big data technologies lack visualization support and deliverable methods. All these are again the challenges that has been available. Again, people are now, we are working, move on. Again, there are people working of thinking of other domains where other technologies can be integrated into, and leveraging cloud application for big data is also being put into action, where people are thinking of whether we can use those data sources also that can be put into action. And when we look in to other other use cases, where I would like to put on marketing and retail, since this is an application discussion where the users has to understand the different applications of big data in different kind of domains. So to get a thorough knowledge where it can be applied and to understand the potential and strength of this particular technology. And when we look on e-commerce, again, recommendation and personalized data and price optimization becomes very, very essential. So recommendation, when we go in for Amazon, we do get recommendation of products. So what kind of data it comes? It has its own data coming from its business modules related to orders, related to product, related to sales, related to the delivery, related to so many other information has been put in with Amazon. And based on this, they do a recommendation to make their customer in line. That is why when we try to search something on Amazon, we get the related product which might be interested based on our surfing patterns. So they do maintain, all these e-commerce people, e-commerce companies, they maintain a tag about the personalized individual users, serving the individual users what they are looking in for and what has to be or what can be put in. So this is where big data is being used, and they process all kind of data for providing recommendation, because to recommend our product, we do get the product A is brought as well as a product B has got, and they do give us a star rating. So these rating, all those things would have been got from social medias based on their likes, based on the things that has been given from the user feedbacks. So all these kind of information has to be taken into consideration. Again, price optimization. And when we talk about price optimization, then I would like to refer our first use case of airline reservation. See, normally airlines, they do hike the price of tickets, and sometimes they do reduce the price of tickets before we board on, when there are less number of days. So based on which criteria they do reduce the price or hike the price again, and it is data analytics that feed us the input of either to hike the price or to reduce the price, which helps them to compare with their co-peer business competitors, and to come out with a price optimization based on their own data insight, based on their customer reviews, based on their flyers. All these informations will be taken into consideration before the information has been given to them. So e-commerce, where you have all these recommendations, we do it see in Amazon, personalized data, all those things. So what they do have a 360-degree view of customers. They have an understanding of exploration of the customer data. They have the clear thing of operational analysis, understanding what has been available and all those things. So one is Amazon. They use big data delivery model and machine learning algorithms for delivery of products at a very faster rate in Amazon warehouses. So picking of the products, the delivery of the product, and identifying the right person to make the delivery faster and ease. So where they get data from IoT such as mobile gazettes. So Amazon uses big data and data analytics to function it, because it processes very much huge volume of data, say petabytes of information of data in an hour of time. Then Netflix. When we think of Netflix, again, one interesting case scenario that we think of, Netflix is a web portal which gives recommendation about movies and your television, what to say, serials or something, which pops up, increase the rating. And Netflix, it is again a data generation business which runs on big data portal, where customer reviews and customer views are being taken into in Netflix, which runs, which gives recommendations and which gives personalized information based on the liking, what movie I like, what will be my interest, based on the titles, based on the movie context, based on the storyline. We will be given personalized recommendation to choose our own story. So Netflix it uses. Again, in movie recommendation, when we do it, we do recommend movies by giving our ratings initially before we come out of your theaters. So again, a business data, who makes a movie, it is not only decide the success of the movie. Who decides the success of the movie is the individual users, right? So even lot of amount has been put into the part of making a film in forms of direction, story, actor, actress, and so many things plays in forms of a business in domains of media, particularly entertainment. It is the success is not only by them. The success is again decided by hit of a movie is made to known to people. Now social media plays a very important role, and with the social media data, the recommendation is being put up in portals like Netflix, which increase the rating of the actor or the movie or the director through personalized recommendation and personalized data management. So this is where actually big data analytics is being used, and we are into it. Where comes the big data analytics? It is a platform for managing storage, processing, and scalability. So these are all the different use cases where it is used in retails, it is used in entertainment, and as well as in so many other portals. And finally, we have come to the end of the session, finally the end of the course and end of the session wrap up. So I think we have taken a very long journey, right from the starting from something called as data, then moving ourselves into the eras of internet, database management system, jumped into social media. Then we were also droning into the data, looking in types of data generated, how it has been evolved, who generates it, what is the necessity of generation, or what made data generation so high, and units of measurement in terms of technicality, what is my issues, right? And how do the issues can be resolved, what is the existing technologies. Again, we have given a very detailed session wrap up at the end of each of the session and a recap at the beginning of the session. I would not like to again continue with the same, but all those things we have done at technologies, and we have discussed with some use cases that has been used all around. Now as a whole, at the end of the session, now a user, a learner should have a thorough idea of what is big data. Big should all the myths what we have big data should be put into one right form. So big data, it doesn't mean volume of data. Big data is something more than volume of data. And big data, it is not only volume of data, it is a tool, it is a technology, and it is a platform. Yes, it is a holistic approach which does all these things. And why do we do, or we need all these things under a single terminology, is to overcome the limitation of three things. One is in terms of storage, the other one is in terms of processing, other than in terms of your scalability issues, which reduce your return, reduce your infrastructure cost investment, and improvise and get back to your ROI, return of investment in business. Why? Because the data has made itself stand as a value component, as an important fuel to drive the economy of the nation. Now, data is become very, very crucial and a very important resource, because a valued component which has been very important to drive the business to the next level. So with this, I think we are very clear. You would be very clear and would have gotten a brief overview, an idea about what is about this big data analytics and where it can be applied and how it can be used. If you have any queries regarding to the session or any questions regarding to the session, then you can ping me a mail to my mail ID, which has been already been given. So I'll be happy to answer your queries and get back to you on helping you to share the knowledge, whatever it has been learned and gathered. And finally, before ending up the session, again, I have to acknowledge the content of the slides and use cases, which has been referred from so many sites and so many things. So again, I acknowledge all these sources where the information and use cases has been taken for this presentation. And you can also do a Google search to find out the different kinds of use cases and tools and find out and get into that. So as a whole, I thank all the participants for listening to this session on big data analytics, and I would record my sincere thanks to the organizers for providing such a wonderful platform for sharing the knowledge on big data analytics. Thank you all.